Bear with me. Hello, 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 hello. How is everyone tonight? Please, hi Amy. That's okay. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me okay. Hi Aurora. I hope everyone's doing well. We're just waiting for people to come in. Hi Rhonda. Oh good, I'm glad you all can hear me. Hi Lori. Who else is? I'm good, Yannette. Who else is getting snow? Put a 1 in the chat if you're getting snow. Good. That's good to hear. Hi, Lori. So for a couple days, the weatherman has been saying we're going to get 5 to 7 inches. Well, it depends on what channel you listen to, right? It just depends. It just depends. I don't blame you, Aurora. That would not make me happy either. It just, but anyway. So according to the weatherman, we were supposed to get, 5 to 3,000 inches. It depends on how the storm tracks. You all know how that goes, right? So they went ahead and canceled schools last night in our area. Now, I don't know if they canceled all of the schools, but the school my grandson goes to, they went ahead and canceled school for the day because it was supposed to start snowing at 3 a.m. and it was supposed to be Snowmageddon 2025. And no, we've so far have had about an inch and a half of snow. Hi, Dawn. So, but I look at it this way. All right. Kevin said, well, the poor kids, knows it was a snow day and the poor things didn't even have, wasn't enough snow to go sledding in. Now, I'm at school, is wishing that they hadn't canceled school, blah, blah, blah. I look at it this way. Had not canceled and, had the kids at school and during the day we got, the 5 to 8,000 inches that the weatherman was promising, had to send everybody home early, people would have been pissed. Well, why didn't you cancel it last night? Or why didn't you cancel it this morning? So there's just no, you can't please everybody. That's what it boils down to. I am really not liking the eye makeup tonight. I look like I had eye surgery, but I didn't. I am not liking this at all. It was a new, because I have really hooded eyes, it was a new technique that I tried with new colors. And I have tiny eyes to begin with. Beady little eyes. She has beady eyes. Someone actually told me that once, that I have beady eyes. But it makes them look even smaller. So I'm doing this. That just makes me look like I've been doing something illegal. So I apologize for the horrible eye makeup tonight. It's the Welsh in me. It's a Welsh trait, I think. I think it comes from the Welsh branch of my family tree. No school for the grandkids. Yep, no school. Rhonda says you got a foot plus an inch of snow of ice. Oh, you got a foot of snow plus an inch of ice. Okay. I'm so sorry, honey. Fingers crossed that you don't lose power because I know, with ice, that's always for me, that's always my fear is that we're going to get, a quarter of an inch of ice and power lines are going to go down and we will be without power and blah, 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 blah. That's always one of my fears. So anyway, that's just me. Still have the 5 herniated discs. Super Bowl Sunday was a blast. It was really good. Yes, I was rooting for the Eagles. We had people here. I think it was our first official Super Bowl party ever, and Kevin and I have been together for 20 years. So, yeah, we had a really good time. I was glad the Eagles won. And yes, I liked the halftime show. So don't come at me. I really enjoyed the halftime show. But that was just me. Some people didn't. Again, yeah, can't please everybody, right? Am I right? Show of hands if you agree with me. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree that you cannot please all of the people all of the time. You can't please all of the people. A tenth, you can just not please all of the people, right? Just my opinion. Hi, Kelly, honey. How are my great nephews? How are you, honey? I hope you're doing well. Kelly is my niece, and she's got 4 of the cutest little boys. Oh, my stars. They are freaking adorable. Newest baby is doing quite well. He is a chunk. Let me tell you what, this kid is really, really, really growing a lot and quickly. So Emily sent me some pictures today, and he's just that little smile. Oh my God. Just right here, just tugs at grandma's heartstrings. Anyway, we shall, for those of you on YouTube, I've got 2, you all know I've got the 2 things going. We're going to swoop. So for those of you on Facebook, pretend you're seeing a visual swoop so we can change subjects. Okay. So, show of hands, put a 1 in the chat if you took last week's challenge of coming up with 1 goal for the year. Just 1. You don't have to say what it was. Just let me know if you took my challenge to come up with a goal, any goal. I don't care what it was. Writing a book, painting the bathroom, cleaning out the garage, learning to speak a foreign language, learning to knit, whatever. Just put a 1 in the chat if you took that challenge. Oh, good. Oh, I'm seeing lots of 1s. That makes me really happy. That makes me very, very happy. It does. It makes me very, very happy. So, now that you have, herniated discs are really just flipping bothering me. That's why I was talking about the Super Bowl. I worked my butt off Sunday for the Super Bowl party and couldn't walk Monday. But anyway, now that you have those awesome, that 1 awesome goal set for yourself, have you figured out the steps to accomplish that goal? That's my next question. Put a 1 in the chat. Sorry, I'm trying to find a spot in my planner. Put a 1 in the chat if you have figured out the steps you need to take to make that goal happen. I'm so uncoordinated. Working on the steps, Amy? That's okay. Put a 2 in the chat if you think you might need some help figuring out. Put a 2 in the chat if you think Susan needs help on figuring out how to use her little phone holder thingy bob or whatever it's called. Okay, put a 2 in the chat if you think you might need some help figuring out how to figure out the steps to accomplish that goal. Put a 2 in the chat. I'll wait. I'll drink my coffee. My Nescafe. I love my Nescafe coffee later in the day. If you think you need help figuring out the steps, put a 2 in the chat. Okay. We have at least 1, 2. So you need to break it down into baby steps, right? Little tiny baby steps. First, let's assess the goal. Amy, if you want to share what that goal is, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. My problem is keeping to it. Okay. So let's figure out what the goal is. Okay. And break it down into little tiny chunks. Okay. So with that goal, have you set a deadline? That's the next question. Did you set a deadline to accomplish that goal by? Put a 3 in the chat if you have a deadline. It can be by December 31st if you want it to. It can be by July 1st. It can be any date you want. But you need to have a date certain, and a reasonable date certain to have that goal accomplished by. Okay? So you've identified your goal. You know you need help with the steps on breaking down that goal. So the first thing we're going to do is figure out the date. Okay. So from today's date to your end date, how many days, weeks, months is that? Oh, thank you to everybody who's hitting the love button over on Facebook. Thank you. That's so sweet. I love seeing those little hearts go up. You got to have an end date on it. You can't just say, I'm going to do, this. You have to have an end for it. Or it's a goal. It's a wish. Okay? 1 month. Okay. Amy has an end goal of 1 month. Now, I don't know what her goal is, and she does not have to share it if she does not want to. That's perfectly acceptable. So let's say your end date is 1 month. So that's, let's just say 30 days from today. You want to have this goal accomplished by 30 days from today, or 90 days, or 6 months, or a year, or whatever. How much time per day or per week can you devote to that goal? And you need to be realistic. Okay? So for the purposes of tonight, because this is generally mostly what we talk about writing, right? And let's say you want to have your first 80,000 word novel done by September 1. Okay? That's just an example. So you have to figure out how many weeks or months that is. So you break it down by months, then you break it down by weeks, and then you break it down by days. Ask yourself, how much time per day or per week can I devote to this goal? It could be 10 minutes a day. You might only have 10 minutes in your day to devote to that goal, and that's fine. You only have an entire hour in a week. That's fine. But you have to figure it out on your own how much time you can devote to achieving this goal in a week or a month. Okay, how much time can you devote to that, right? So when you look at it realistically, let's say you have, like Amy has 3 hours a day. How many days a week, Amy, can you devote to that? Do you only have like 2 days a week? 4 days a week? You have to be realistic. You can't just say, every day, Monday through Sunday, I'm going to write 10,000 words, and I've got 2 hours every day to do it. Now, I do know some people who can write that many in 2 hours, that many words. I personally can't do it. But you have to factor in things like, if you have children, what are their school events coming up? Okay, factor that in. Doctor's appointments, dentist appointments, opticians, whatever. Do you have a mammogram coming up? Get those tatas checked, ladies. It's important. That's my PSA. Okay, does your spouse or your partner have some kind of work event coming up that you need to attend with them? Okay. If you have children in school, add time to hang on, I gotta turn. Why is focus? Hang on. Anyway, sorry, I got a ding. I got a ding. You have to be realistic. If you've got kids at home, you know, flu season's going around, strep throat season, all that little nasty stuff. So just be realistic and allow yourself a day or an afternoon or whatever it is. Block out that time for those doctor's appointments, those school events, kids' soccer practice, whatever it is. Be realistic and make sure you pencil those things in to your calendar. And if you're smart, you have our awesome. This is a shameless plug for our calendars. Pencil those in, all those dates for those events that you have coming up, and it's okay to give yourself a little bit of slack in case something comes up and somebody comes down ill or snowstorm, that type of thing. So you have your goal. My goal to be free. You have your goal, you have your end date. Figure out how much time per day or per week or per month that you can devote to that goal. Okay. Block out time for all the non-goal things, and you're breaking it down into little tiny pieces. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. What I'm telling you is you need to be realistic in time set aside for these goals. Do you have a start date for the goal? When are you going to start? We don't know that either. When are we going to start working on this goal? What is the goal? What is the end date for accomplishment? When do I start? How much time per day, per week, per month can I devote to that goal? We sometimes make these things a heck of a lot harder than they need to be. Put a 1 in the chat if you have questions. Okay? Yeah, procrastination. Trust me, I know all about procrastination. I am the procrastination queen. I'm the queen of procrastination. I'm queen procrastinator. So I understand how that can get in the way. I gotta put on readers. I don't necessarily like wearing my glasses when I do these lives because I get this shiny. Oh, good, Amy. Amy family has her planner and she says it's great. Aurora says, I've been trying to do a chapter more a day, but my chapters are various lengths, so I just sit and edit till my brain can't anymore. Procrastination bites hard at times. Okay. Aurora. Doesn't matter how long the chapters are. I have got chapters in some of my books that are literally just 3 paragraphs long. So I know a lot of people get hung up. They think they have to have so many words or so many pages or whatever per chapter. Doesn't necessarily work out that way. I have a total word count, depending on what kind of book I'm writing. When I'm writing one of my historical romances, it's always over 100,000 words. Okay? Always. Because my readers love big books for historical romance. Okay? Oh, please come to Discord, Amy. It's fun. Sorry, it hurts. Sometimes I just get a pain and it just really hurts. So don't focus necessarily, maybe some of you don't need to focus on the number of chapters written, but maybe the words written. Okay? I find that word, for me personally, not everybody works this way, but I have to make sure, for me, it's word count, word count, word count, word count all the time. I don't care how many chapters. I don't care paragraphs. I don't care. But I have to write so many words, 3,000 words per day. I know that I have to write 3,000 words a day in order to achieve any of my writing goals. Okay. And if I have to take a day off for whatever reason, that's okay. I have factored that into my writing schedule. So maybe perhaps, Aurora, just purge it. Just get it out. Just get the words out. Don't pay attention to chapters. Just write the words. Okay? I hope this is making sense for all of you. Put a 1 in the chat if what I'm saying makes sense. Put a 2 in the chat if you think, Susan, I really don't understand what points you're trying to make. But goals are hard, okay? Thank you, good. Goals, reaching those goals for some of us can be very, very, very difficult, especially people like me who have ADD and we're easily distracted, or sometimes the depression, for whatever reason, you just wake up some days and the depression is just way too much and you just can't do anything. That's okay. It's okay to have days like that. But you have to be realistic with the goal itself. You have to be realistic with the amount of time you can devote to that goal. But you also have to be realistic with yourself. How important is this to me? Why do I want to achieve this goal? What is motivating me? And again, it could be anything. It could be writing. It could be learning to knit. It could be learning to paint. It could be learning to bake. It could be whatever. Whatever your goal is, you have to ask yourself, why am I doing this? And sometimes answering that question can be very, very revealing. Amy's got something interesting to say, and yes, I've seen this before. She says this to Aurora. This is on our YouTube channel. I was listening to someone, I don't remember who, to go out of order, start from the back of the book, or any chapter helps break it up. This is true. There's an awesome book out there. I have it over on my bookshelf, but I can't get up to walk over there right now. And I forget what the title is, but it's basically how to write your book from the middle. You start with the middle, and then you can go to the end, and then you can start and get to from the beginning and work your way up to the middle. You can do things out of order. You can write whatever chapter is screaming, or whatever scene is screaming at you the loudest for that moment, and it might not have anything to do with the chapter that you're currently working on. That's okay. That's one of the reasons I love Scrivener so much, is I have all my chapters, I've got them, I don't even have them numbered. They're just chapters. But I have some chapters that are just labeled notes, or some chapters that are labeled out of order scenes, and it's a scene that for whatever reason I know I have to write right now, or I'm going to lose my ever-loving mind. Okay? And that is okay. Sometimes you just got to purge it. Sometimes you just got to get that scene written to get it out of your head, and then you can go back and work on what you were working on before. Amy says the class I'm fixing to take is Paper to Scrivener. I don't know what that is. Cool. I love Scrivener. Christina, hi, honey. Christina's asking Aurora if she has a beta reader or a critique partner to read it. That's always good. That's always good. I don't use critique partners. I don't use beta readers until I'm completely done with the book. I just because it's my writing process. It's just my writing process. Oh, Amy is saying they teach the tips on Scrivener. Yes, I love Scrivener. It's I can't write in anything else. I absolutely cannot. I know a lot of people write in Word. Congratulations. I can't do it. I am a Scrivener girl through and through, and if God forbid anything, if they ever got rid of Scrivener, I would be totally freaking lost. I wouldn't know what to do. I would be lost. Anyway, it's my favorite program to write in. Does anybody have any questions as it pertains to setting goals, achieving the goals, the steps necessary? Any questions on what we've been discussing for the last 25 minutes? Yeah, Ashley has her Scrivener on dark mode to save on iStrain. I've done that before too. I'm just waiting to see if anybody posts a question before I swoop and move on to the next topic. But iStrain is a real thing as writers. This silly thing, oh, it's just driving me bananas. Hi, Lori. Hi, Erin. Does anybody have any questions on the topic that we have been discussing? Bear with me while I adjust my little cell phone holder thingy bobby. It's driving me just a little bit bananas. I know it's tilted and I can't help it. I can't get it to not tilt, damn it. It won't not tilt. See? I'm so challenged. I'm so challenged. Okay, I know what you've been working hard on it for at least a year, right? Might be time to get another set of eyes on it. That's true. If you've been working on the same novel for more than a year, it's probably time to either put it aside and start something new or have somebody else look at it. Just my 2 cents. That is a great idea, Christina Laska. Don Miller asks, is there a particularly good place to look on YouTube that explains Scrivener? I haven't never used it. Okay. Just go to YouTube and do Scrivener tutorials. That's all you need to do. Oh, thank you, Rhonda. Oh, I don't feel so hot tonight. I don't feel like I look great, but thank you. You are awesome for saying so. Anyway, there are lots of YouTube. This silly thing is just... If you're on Facebook, I apologize. It's not cooperating. You get to see my whole office now. I hope nobody's getting seasick. Okay. Mama said enough of that. Yeah. Is this a professional place? Hell yes, we're professionals here. Do I know what I'm doing? Sometimes. Not always. There's always a plan B. Okay. Does anyone have any questions regarding what we've been discussing thus far? That is not going to work. Hang on. I'm going to rig something up here. Ah! Oh, Rhonda says no, she's not getting seasick. She's from Newfoundland, and she grew up on boats. There you go. Okay. So we will just swoop. Where is the swoop? And move on to the next. Okay. The next topic for this evening is how ADD can really interfere in a writer's life. It can interfere with deadlines. It can interfere with a whole lot of stuff. A whole lot of stuff. So I've had Tender is the Heart up for pre-order for months and months and months. Okay. Due to circumstances beyond my control in the beginning, there were editorial issues. So solved that problem. Got the book finally done, and my final proofer is my daughter, and she's got a brand new baby. So It was a little bit of a struggle getting it final proofed. Not a problem. But because I can be a little scatterbrained sometimes, I missed the cutoff date for the upload for the final files to Amazon by an hour. I am not mad at Amazon. It is not Amazon's fault. It is completely my fault. I take 100% responsibility for missing that deadline. So, they had to cancel the pre-order, which made me want to cry because I had some good pre-orders on that book. And they would not reinstate it, which is fine. I get it. I understand it. I'm just really glad. I'm just really glad that they gave me back my pre-order privileges. So I had to start over from scratch. I couldn't even use the information that I had to start over from scratch at Amazon, create a whole new everything, upload new files and stuff. So it's okay. We'll get through it. But I decided, because I screwed up big time, I sent out a newsletter today. And you can just go to SusanTisdale.com anytime you want and sign up for my newsletter. I don't send out that many. Me too, Ashley, but I really need to hire a personal assistant who can keep me on track of all this stuff. I can have all the reminders set up on app. I can have them set up on my phone. I can have reminders set up on my computer. I can have it plastered all over the frickin' walls, and I guarantee you I'm still going to miss something. So anyway, I sent out a newsletter today, and everybody just gets $1 off if they order Tenders of the Heart directly from my website, from my PayHip store, my store. And I'll put the link in here. If y'all want to share it, you can. Oh. And unfortunately, I can't put it in the Facebook right now. In the Facebook, my God, I sound 100. I can't put it in the Facebook chat right now. But you can just go to SusanTisdale.com and you will see the book, and you can order and stuff. I do too, Rhonda. But I don't know why. I will get the reminders and I'll say, oh, I need to do that. And then within 30 seconds, I'm so distracted and moving on to something else and thinking to myself, okay, get back to that in 5 minutes. And the next thing I know, it's been 4 hours. So I apologize to all my readers. But you can still get the book. You can just go to SusanTisdale.com and order it straight from there. So, always have a plan B. That's the motto of this story, is always, always, always have a plan B. And if you screw up, it's okay. Nobody's perfect, and ain't none of us getting out of here alive, right? None of us. None of us are perfect, and none of us are getting out alive. We're going to swoop. So those of you on Facebook, imagine a swoopy, swoopy symbol. Okay. So we have about 28 minutes left. Me too. I'm glad I'm not locked out of pre-orders. But again, unless I have a personal assistant who's going to actually, like, Susan, send me the files and I'll upload them myself for you. It's not going to do me a damn bit of good. So, but I'm not worried. So far, people are really liking the fact that they can save $1. So I've had lots of sales today. And hopefully it'll make up for the pre-orders that I lost at Amazon. But, if you want to wait, it will be at Amazon here in another 72 hours, 48 hours, 24 hours, however long it takes at Amazon. It's also available at Nook and at Kobo and at Apple. So, but you can get a copy for your device to read on from my website. Okay, trying to read comments, and I'm on a verdict watch. Put a one in the chat if you follow Grizzly True Crime and you have been watching this Megan Boswell case out of Tennessee, this trial. Because I am on verdict watch. And my computer, my laptop just went quiet, which it wasn't supposed to do. The jury went out today, and I'm just praying really hard that they come back with a verdict soon, and I hope it's guilty, because I really truly believe that she did it. I really truly do. Okay, verdict watch. Okay. Still, the jury's still deliberating. Okay, I really thought they'd be back in 2 to 4 hours, but I don't think it's been that long. I think they went out at, what, 1 o'clock my time? So they could be coming back anytime. Let's see. Okay, so they've gone for the night, so, okay. All right. So I can quit stressing about that. Okay, so what this trial was about this Megan Boswell down in Tennessee, who had this really beautiful 13-month-old baby girl who, for whatever reason, this beautiful, precious blessing ended up unalived, and I believe at the hands of her mother, because this girl, I don't know how many different stories she told about what happened to her baby. But she was missing for a few months, and they finally found her in a 13-gallon kitchen trash can in Megan Boswell's, the playhouse that Megan Boswell's father for her when she was little. It was in the backyard of her father's property. Whatever her reasons for doing this, I've got my own opinions on it. I've got my own suspicions. But I watched the trial since day one. I've been following the case. This happened back in 2020. And she just now, because of, COVID threw a wrench into everything and all sorts of different stuff, they're just now getting around to the trial. And Christine, I agree that she's guilty as hell. I think the state did a great job presenting its case. Not sure I have any faith in the defense. Some of the things that the defense came up with really pissed me off. Yeah. Anyway, I'm on verdict watch for that. I have way too many distractions going on in my life. Chance, put a 5 in the chat. If you are following just the shit show that is the Invictus Games going on right now. If you don't know, that's okay. I'm not going to go into it. I just want to know who else is following this Invictus stuff. Is it just me? Does anybody else follow Meghan and Harry? Anybody else keeping an eye out on that stuff? Just me? Just me? I've got so much I want to say about that, but I'm not going to. Thank you, Allison. Oh, Natalie Laurier Chick is live. Okay, I have way too many distractions. Way too many YouTube's distractions. Way too many channels that I'm glued to, like tomorrow morning. Put a 7 in the chat if you follow the behavior panel on YouTube. I love those guys. I do. And they have something going on at 11:30 tomorrow morning. They're going to be, they have analyzed this Make Impossible out of Tennessee. Hi, Susan, or Sharon. Sorry, I've got my readers off and I'm trying to read without them. Okay. Did I lose something on YouTube? I use sometimes, I don't know if it's YouTube or what. Okay. But YouTube has been glitching lately and just being really weird. So, if you have any questions about setting goals, about reaching your goals, anything like that, just let me know. You can always shoot me an email, Susan@SusanTisdale.com. If you have not gotten your, hang on, Scriber's Place author planners yet, or reader planners, because we have the most beautiful reader planners. Oh my gosh, Shannon just really outdid herself on these. They are still available over at the Etsy shop, Tomes and Troves. But we have author planners, we have reader planners. These reader planners are really cool. Shannon has so many awesome things that are coming up. Just really awesome things for readers, for authors. I just love how she's done the reader planner. I think it's so cool, right? You can run reviews. You can keep track of the releases that are coming out for the month, to be read list, your weekly reading log, just all sorts of really fun things. Oh, me again and Prince Opalus. Yes, KJ. I call them something else, but that I'm not going to repeat. But yeah. These people, I'm telling you, you want to talk about two people who don't have a freaking clue about life, about the world, about anything that is not them. Yeah. Anyway, I know it's a little early, but I am going to sign us off for the night because I'm hurting. I was up till 2 o'clock this morning getting files uploaded to all the different places. Just working. I've been in this damn chair all day long, and I'm just hurt, and I need to get out of the chair. So we will be back next Wednesday night, same time, same place, same bat channel. And I just want to thank you all. For those of you here on the live, for those of you who are on the replay crew, I just want to thank you all so much for showing up every week to be here with me, for participating, for the awesome questions you always come up with. You do. Just awesome questions, awesome comments. You all are just the absolute best. And I love each and every one of you. And I know I say that every week, but I truly mean it. There are days when I think I don't want to do a live tonight. I'm just not in the mood, blah, blah, blah. But once I get here and start chatting with all of you, I always feel better. So you guys always make me feel better. Rest up, try now. Any heat, Aurora, it's got to be ice. Heat makes it swell because they're herniated discs, and I've got to shrink it. When you put heat on herniated discs, it makes it swell, and then it's just, yeah, you can't do that. So I have to do ice. And, oh, from Tasmania. Sweet. Anyway, I just love you all. And you always make me feel great. And you put up with my silliness and my scatterbrainedness. And I really appreciate that. I do. I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are awesome. And just thank you for helping me make this a success. And just like and share. because that helps with the algorithms at YouTube. Subscribe if you haven't, like if you do. Who says that? That's Crime Talk. Yes, I love the Crime Talk lawyer. Anyway, can you tell that the Adderall has worn off because I am everywhere and I'm talking a lot with my hands. So I'm going to let you all go. Everybody have an awesome week. I love each and every one of you. You are fabulous. You are beautiful. You are awesome. Don't let anybody tell you any different. And if they do, you send them me cheat asses out, okay? Got your back. We got each other's backs. Anyway, you all just have a great week and we'll see you next Wednesday. Bye.